Hello everybody, this is Catholic Dad video number 58. Investigate Ocasio-Cortez. I don't know if you've been watching the news today, but Ocasio-Cortez is a junior congressman or freshman congressman from Queens, New York. She's 28 years old or whatever she is. Maybe she's 16, I don't know. Obviously that would be unconstitutional, that was a joke. But she came out with the Green New Deal, which is essentially revamping the entire market economy of the United States of America within 10 years. This includes things such as rebuilding every building in America within 10 years, removing all petroleum products from any kind of transportation, creating complete renewable energy resources within America, even going far enough to suggest eliminating all air travel and creating international trains over the oceans. And actually the Green New Deal even goes far enough to regulate cattle flatulence. And so I'm calling for an investigation, and perhaps I'm slightly kidding, but let's put this in perspective about where the American governance is going today. The FBI and Department of Justice has been investigating through Mueller Donald Trump and his candidacy with regards to foreign Russian meddling in our elections. Now, is that illegal? Well, the Department of Justice seems to think so. Now, foreign governments meddling in the affairs of the United States of America, if that's illegal, then I suggest somebody has to go knock on the door of Ocasio-Cortez, and the reason is this. She's a 28-year-old freshman congresswoman from Queens, New York, who never held a real job in her entire life, and she came up with a dramatic plan to revamp the American economy and our way of life. My suspicion is she didn't come up with it. My suspicion is there's massive lobby groups, corporations, some of which may be international, and there may actually be some intelligence agency in foreign nations that want to see the demise of America feeding her this information. My suspicion is whoever came up with this idea wants to see the destruction of America. And oh, by the way, if it happens to be foreign, why is that any worse or any better than meddling in the election cycle of the United States of America? In fact, in some ways, I'd suggest it's probably worse. You know, messing in the elections, at least the voters still have the final vote. Whether your vote is manipulated or not through, propaganda, that's different. But what about messing with the legislative process within the United States of America and actually trying to change the laws from foreign lobbying? That seems like a far greater violation, infraction on our way of life. And perhaps if it is wrong to create propaganda from foreign governments to try to change the minds of the American people, I suspect it's even more illegal to try to change the minds of legislators in America, to try and change the laws which would revamp and seize the rights of every American. And so therefore I'm calling for the Department of Justice and the FBI to launch an investigation, not into Ocasio-Cortez in particular, but to find out who she's working with. Because what if some of those dollars did come from foreign sources and foreign nationalists? Would that not be even a greater violation than the meddling in foreign affairs? My suspicion is it would be. And I don't know why the Department of Justice seems to pick and choose its application of the justice system. If you have foreign interests that are affecting you or trying to change your mind or trying to drive legislation, you should be under investigation too. Now, I'm saying this kind of tongue-in-cheek because where's that end then? Because it seems like the world is going globalist, and anybody who's a foreigner, then pretty much everybody who does any kind of legislation would be investigated. But so there you have it. I want you to think about this. It seems to me a 28-year-old junior or freshman congresswoman from Queens, New York does not have the mental capacity to come up with this Green New Deal. And it also seems like it's an assault on the very way of life in America. And if the influence is coming from overseas, I suspect she would be more guilty than even if Donald Trump did participate with the Russians in the fixing of elections. But well, anyway, there you have it. Just think about it, and God bless you. Pray the daily rosary, get to church, and get the confession. Thank you.